Welcome to the special episode of Healing the Soul podcast. Today I am sitting down with one of my best friends, the amazing Naturaljay. She's an entrepreneur, model, content creator, and author. She has a lot going on right now, including the launch of her new ebooks next week, September 2nd. This episode is all about celebrating women in business, taking leaps of faith, and sharing advice for anyone looking to start their own journey. Let's dive in. What's up, Jay?
Hey,
Happy to have you on. About time.
happy to be here. I'll be busy.
You be busy?
Yeah,
You be outside.
a little bit, but not like that. Not that way.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. It's overdue. So Jay, before we get into your business, because we're gonna get into your business, tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from, and where were you born?
Born in
Okay,
Philly, from
born,
Philly,
born
uptown.
uptown. That's where the bougie people at. You give me that. You give me that vibe, the bougie, a little stuck up a little bit. It's like, no, I'm just joking. She not stuck up. All right, so what are some things you enjoy doing outside of work and business?
I enjoy spending time with my friends, my family, going to different restaurants, trying different food, and also taking day trips.
Okay. Oh, you like to take day trips?
I do. I love to plan them out, go to a different city, take a nice day trip. I do. Check out the area, what kind of food they have beforehand. So I do look at reviews. I'm real big on that.
Are you big on reviews?
Yes.
Okay. So, what besides taking day trips, like any activities you love doing?
Cooking?
Cooking? You love cooking? Okay. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Pasta.
Pasta. Okay. I can see that.
Not
Now,
Alfredo though. Not Alfredo though.
not Alfredo though is
Yeah,
crazy.
not
Like,
making like a bunch of Alfredo, being a chicken and shrimp Alfredo queen. Like I'm not a warrior. I make stuff from scratch.
okay, you make stuff from scratch. You heard her, y'all. She makes stuff from scratch. So we gonna get like a some type of recipe book or anything like that. Like,
The funny thing is, I'm pescatarian, and actually last year I started making like a list of different recipes and
hmm
taking pictures of the food as I made the meals. So I actually am working on a pescatarian cookbook.
okay, that sounds decent and different. That sounds very decent and different. I like that. Okay, so you are also a model, content creator. What drew you to that world, and what do you enjoy most about it?
What drew me to that world? I was just a consumer at first, like everybody else. Start off you scrolling, and I would see the same type of video over and over, and I just be like, "This is so boring." I would get tired of seeing it, and I'm like, "Why don't people talk about other things?" And I was criticizing them. I didn't do it in the comment section because I'm just not one of those types of people. I don't do, even if I don't like a video, I'm not commenting, "Oh, this sucks." I don't do stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Since I think I can do better, I need to actually record a video. You doing all that talk and talk about what you can do. All right, well, what can I do? But then I was hesitant because I was like, I don't know. What if people don't like my personality? My friends and family does, but I don't know about strangers. I'm one of those, I say I'm like one of those people, you take it or leave it. You get what you get.
Okay, I like that. So, okay. So I like that. What is fun fact about yourself that most people might not know?
A fun fact about myself? Oh, I love magic. I guess that's a fun fact. Like magical things, witches and all the other stuff. I don't know. That's still like a part of my childhood. It was a part of my childhood, the magic, and I don't know. I've always loved it. So I am into that, and I do love Hogwarts. I do.
So hold on. So when you say witches, like what that mean? Like you went to like witchcraft and stuff?
So I'm not into witchcraft. I do understand like witchcraft though. Like, you read into stuff, different people are into different things, but
Okay.
you into what you into. But I just love it just bring you back to childhood, the whole magical things and
Okay.
casting spells and all that other good stuff. I don't know, I just love it. So that's like, there's something about me people don't know. I don't look like I'm a Harry Potter fan or anything like that, and I legit am. Vampires, witches, I love all that stuff.
Okay. So we learned new stuff about Jay, y'all. She get into all that. That weird shit. It's like, no, I ain't judging. No, I mean, everybody into different things, and I think that's dope, because I think a lot of times people will go, they'll look at somebody and just assume they don't like certain stuff, so that's good. For those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, I still watch General Hospital, so, you know,
That was a good show. I used to watch that with my
listen,
granny.
that's my shit, you know what I'm saying, I gotta catch up, but, you know, Sonny and Jason, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, they still on it. Yeah, they still on it. So that's my show. I mean, to each his own. Like, I got that from my grandma's watching horses, lottery, stuff like that. So I think, you know, people into different things. Like, I still like to play the game. I remember somebody asked me like, "Oh, you play the game?" Yeah, I like to play the game. Like, so it's good for us to still have that part of our childhood in us. Because a lot of times people grow out of that type of stuff and then forget who they is, or just be so distracted that they stop having fun. And I think that's important that you still into that. You love to read and you like what you like. And ain't nothing wrong with that. So you giving me like fairy tale vibes, like you still believing in like marriage and you know, the fairy tale weddings and stuff like that.
I do still believe in marriage and, you know, having your person. I do.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
like, but not like in childhood, because I understand now, like something, like I wouldn't do something over the top. Like I wouldn't believe in spending all that money on
Okay.
the wedding day. Like I don't dig yourself into debt over one day. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't do
Okay.
that. But something that's nice where, yeah, we're not going broke. Having this wedding, and we're not doing it the justice of the peace either, but you know.
Okay. So what you saying, the what type, how much would you spend on a wedding?
20 to 30 realistically.
Okay. Oh, $30?
You get to 20,000 to 30,000. Cause I
Oh,
mean,
all
like
right.
when you look
Okay.
it
I
up, they say
understand.
like that, you know, when you talk about the average wedding,
Yeah.
it's typically within that range. So I'm like,
Okay.
that's realistic. And you just work around that budget.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I still believe in marriage and stuff like that. Even though I believe that we in a different time, and I just believe that um a lot of people don't believe in marriage, and I believe like back in the day, I feel like it was like more love. Like we knew that it was that your partner loved you and they do anything for you. I don't know. I just feel like today it's like shit is more than like a business arrangement. Like, do you feel like that? Like a lot of relationships?
So at times, yes. At times it seems very transactional. I do believe in prenups. I'm not marrying anyone without a prenup.
Talk
That's
your
not,
shit.
not at all. So you have your attorney, I'll have mine. That way you don't come back later on if things don't work out. Oh, I felt like I was forced to and trying to get it void. Now I had to take contract law in school. So you ain't about to play with me like that.
I
So
heard
yeah,
her.
I believe protect your assets. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
it is love, but also, you know, finances is also a big part of a relationship too. So you have to be realistic. I just feel like it's a bad investment, and if you do go for somebody who has no money, so I would recommend that. Unless y'all both, I guess, broke. I don't know. That's you know, people can do whatever they want. A man don't marry a poor woman, but typically a woman with money is not marrying a poor man.
Yeah, in real life, in real life, in real life. So I definitely understand that. Um, okay. So now that we know a little more about Naturaljay, let's talk about her journey as an entrepreneur. What first inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
My ex.
Okay. What about your ex?
So my ex is an entrepreneur and was very encouraging when it came to me pursuing entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Um, I didn't think I could do it at first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not think I could do it because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm better off being a worker. I see all the things that you're dealing with, and I don't know if I can do that. And he was like, no, you can. I believe you can do it. I believe you have it in you. I don't know what he saw in me when it came to being an entrepreneur because I was like, I don't see it.
Right, right.
But it was him. He has very successful businesses and stuff like that, and I've watched him actually make other people's business successful as well. So he does his thing, and I was like, you know what? Okay. At the years, I was like, you know what? I'll open up my own business.
Okay. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. I think everybody need a person in life to give them that edge or push them and open up that door for them. Like I definitely like that. Okay, so can you tell us about your first business venture and what you learned from it?
So my first business was a online sex store. How did I get there?
Yeah, how did you get there? How did you get to that? Cause me knowing you, I never seen that coming. Like I honestly never seen you open up just having a boutique or sex toys or anything in that nature. Cause growing up, you was a little scary. So yeah, like how did you even get to that? Like where did that even come from? Like,
So I actually made a list, right? Like I was talking to two people at the time, and I was like, I don't know what type of service or what type of product I would want to sell. And my friend was just like, you gotta sit back and think. So did him as well. And I was like, what would it be? What would it be? I was making a list of everything. I was like, what am I passionate about? Then I was like, what would be fun to sell? And I was like, ooh, sex toys. That would be fun to sell. I love these. Why not sell something that I like?
so okay, all right, yeah. Cause I was just kind of confused, like when you started that. So okay, so you started because you loved it. So that means you like sex toys.
I do.
Okay, well, all right, okay. Fellas and ladies, she likes sex toys. That's why she started the business. But it caught me by surprise. Like it definitely caught me by surprise. So, what made you decide to take that leap of faith and start your own business?
So I started my business during COVID.
Hmm.
And honestly, everything was shaky around that time. You already know how it was. And I was just like, we don't even know if we're going to survive the next day. I don't know. I felt like everybody was just on the edge. Everybody was passing away left and right. People were getting sick. And I was just like, this may be my only opportunity. I gotta get on it. I gotta jump on it. I can't be scared. Cause
Right.
at that time I was real hesitant of things like, I don't know, indecisive. And I was just like, you know what? Now I'm gonna do it. I don't want to have any regrets if I go out with a bag. I don't know. That was just like something that I was thinking about. So I just started it. And it was a great
Okay.
time to start it, by the way, because everybody was home.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody was home.
Everybody was home and I made a killing.
You made a killing.
Did I?
Now, did you expect to make a killing for your first business?
I'm be honest, no, I didn't. Cause I was like, we're all at home. How am I going to network this business? I was in
Right.
online chat rooms. I was all over the place with social
Right.
media, networking with other businesses and talking to consumers and stuff. Like I really hit the ground running. And as somebody who's an introvert, that was difficult for me. But
Right.
I'm good with one-on-one. And I just had to like force myself. I was like, well, these people can't see me in these rooms and I'm like pitching what my business is about and stuff like that. I was writing stuff down, making sure I was reading it. I'm like, all right, I gotta let them know this is my business. This is what I offer. These are the type of toys. And I was just like, you know what? I was able to tell people also, what does it, cause consumers will ask you that. What does this toy do? What does that one do? What can this do for me? And I was able to tell people like, oh, it does this, da, 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 da. So it wasn't like I was just selling products that I didn't know anything about.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because when you started that business, that was dope. That was decent. So before becoming your own boss, what kind of work were you doing?
I'm a home ownership advisor.
Okay, that's a little different. Tell us a little about that.
So as a home ownership advisor, I was guiding people through the process of becoming a first time home buyer. So step
Okay.
by step and, working on credit, money management, savings, going over all those different things with them, reviewing their finances, their credit reports and all those things. So that is what I was doing at the time.
How did your past experience prepare you for running your own business?
It prepared me for running my own business by when I was an office manager. So I was dealing with the accounting and things like that for the business. That was that's a part of business. You have to deal with accounting, keeping your books in order. So that was already one of those things where I was already doing it. As
Oh,
for coordinating things and ordering products, I ordered things for the company on a regular and had to keep track of inventory. So keeping track of my own inventory was nothing. So pretty much I took the skills that I already had. And of course there were things that I didn't have, some skills that I didn't have that I had to develop on my own and just learn.
Okay. Okay. So, what challenges did you face when you first started, and how did you overcome them?
So when I first started, I didn't realize how hard it is to advertise that type of business because there's so many restrictions on Facebook and Instagram. You can't just advertise that type of business like you could another business and then you're basically getting all this traction coming to your page.
Right.
So I would say that was the hardest thing. I was like, how do these companies advertise? And that's when I found out Google is how sex companies are advertised. This is not on Facebook and Instagram and all that other stuff. So you have to have the funds for Google ads, and then you have to know how to put those Google ads together. You know what I mean? So you're popping up during those searches. So I had to learn that too. How did I
Okay.
learn this stuff? I started doing more and more research trying to figure out where do I get vendor lists from? How do I set this up? I don't know it's for so much information you can get from YouTube University. So you sometimes you have to pay. So I actually ended up finding this girl's page, and then she was talking about the Boss Palace. So I was like, what's the Boss Palace? And I clicked on there and step by step telling you how to do everything. Marketing. She offered marketing, like, this little e-course for marketing, vendor lists, packages. And that was the blueprint. I didn't have to just go out there and try to figure out who to get this from, who to get that from. She even explained like how to talk to the vendors, what to say to them, how to order your inventory. Like some people, if you ever Google it, some people may talk bad about the business and their experience, but I had a great experience and that really helped me. She dropped a lot of gems.
Okay. Shout to her. You said the name was for her again was.
So it's the Boss Pilot.
Well, Boss Polish, shout out to her because you helped her get on that path for business. So shout out to her. So as a woman in business, have you faced any unique challenges and how did you handle them?
Yes, but I was in multiple roles. I was the marketing team, packages, shipping out the orders, keeping track. I was customer service. I literally did everything solo dolo. And, there was just the lack of resources and just doing it all on my own. I was really tired. I barely was sleeping and I still had a 9 to 5. So there was no healthy balance for me at that time.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So next we're going to talk about current projects and ebooks. So you're about to launch your ebooks next week. Tell us about them.
I have a credit made simple ebook, first time home buyer guide ebook, and a mini ebook on savings.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I know one is first time home buyer guide and one is for credit repair. Can you tell us more about those? Like a little bit, like what people can expect that's going to be in the book? Like how can these books help them?
So for my credit ebook, I'm discussing how to establish it, maintain it, and improve your credit. So, not technically like credit repair, but you get what I'm talking about in the book. And I have worksheets in there as well for people too. In my first time homebuyer ebook, I'm discussing the steps to successfully achieve home ownership. A lot of people make mistakes during their journey and things could just be a lot smoother if people knew ahead of time, like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you don't do. As people who come to me every day, like I've helped hundreds of people, being a part of their home ownership process. And some people are like, dang, I wish I would have knew this beforehand. This would have been better. I know, you're thinking like, yeah, it would have been. So if I could help people before they make the mistakes, I would love to do that. Same thing with credit. Like a lot of people they don't know anything about credit. Don't get me started on people are co-signing for cars and apartments. And then, I'm looking at credit reports and I'm looking at repos and rental evictions. It's like, I didn't live there. I'm like, well, how's your name on here? And it's just like, well, I co-signed. Okay, well, you're financially responsible for it just like that person. Well, I don't understand. And that's what I mean. Stuff like that. You're going to understand as you're reading my book. Don't do those things. Be mindful of what you're doing.
I hear that. 'Cause credit is important. I ain't know nothing about no fucking credit, but then again, I ain't never get to use my credit. So for someone that got a credit of a 765 right now, what would you tell me? Like, what would be the first thing you would tell me to do? Like, if I wanted to go get something in my name or do anything in my name, how should I go about using it?
I would say first thing you should do is know that your credit is power. Your credit is better than money. So
Okay.
knowing how powerful it is, you want to protect it.
Okay.
Don't stress about every month. Some people are fixated on what's my score? What's my score? What's my score? Every month. Like, don't do that. It's about you already know the score is good. Maintaining what you have on your credit at that point, you're gonna be fine. It's really about make sure you're signing up for monitoring. So those credit card companies, they'll offer it for free. Like, hey, you can sign up for the free it's like monitoring each month in the dark web and stuff like that. A lot of these credit card companies, they offer these things. Take advantage of it because they really are searching your social to make sure nobody has opened up anything in your name. If you can catch it early, if someone does do something like that, it's like, okay, you caught the fraud early, report this, yada, 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 go through the steps, get it off your credit. So I would say do those things and make sure you're not opening up a bunch of lines of credit at one time and applying for all this different stuff. You don't do things like that with your credit because that stuff stays on your credit for 24 months. And also the lenders, they're all looking at that because if you have too many inquiries on there, it looks like you're going to mismanage those funds. You look unstable when they're running you through the computer system.
Okay. 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 She giving out some game, y'all. She giving us some game. Okay. So, are there other projects or ebooks you working on right now?
Yes, I am creating more ebooks, useful digital products as well. So I'm not just going to be dealing with giving y'all information on savings and credit and first time home buyer ownership. I'm also going to create other products that don't have anything to do with it that you can use them on a daily basis.
All right. So your business website is shopgoldluxco.com. Your personal Instagram handle is underscore Naturaljay, and your business Instagram is Shop Gold Luxe Co. Can you tell us a little bit more what people can find there?
Yeah. So on my personal page, underscore Naturaljay, you're going to find me chatting about different topics. I say the things that people are thinking, but I say it out loud. Then sometimes people are like, I'll get comments where people are like, yeah, no, 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 I agree with this. And then other times it's like, what did she just say? Why would she just say that? And then again, a bunch of angry people. So, I talk about topics that some people choose to avoid because I'm like, no, I want to talk about it. So I'm bold with it. Now there are some things where I'm like, I'm just not about to get into that. Like you won't see me getting into like politics and stuff like that online. And I'm not doing all that. We're not doing that.
But whatever you done is working for you because you done went viral several times. You know what I'm saying? The views is viewing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how can you tell, like, how can you, like, as far as you get into becoming a content creator and getting your views, that many views, because it's been people that been trying to get them views from rapping or doing comedy or just coming over with stuff, and they never even got to the amount of people that you, because I believe on Instagram you got about a little over 19,000 down there, 20,000 followers. TikTok, you got over 30,000. So you on TikTok, you on Instagram, and you getting 500,000 views, $100,000 views, 100,000 views, a million views. Like, how did you get yourself to be able to, for it to work for you? Like, how you do that?
Being myself, not trying to be like everybody else, saying things even though I knew I would get some trolls because they weren't happy with what I had to say out of my mouth. Sometimes I realize when you are a woman who creates content, at times when a man creates content, they know, oh, this is just content. Who cares? And they'll just be keying it up in the comment section. But when I say it, they take everything so personal, like this has to do with me. I don't be telling my business online. What makes you think this has to do with me? Why are you taking it so personal? So I would say it's definitely different. I've noticed from women posting content versus the men who are posting content.
Child, you know these niggas are sassy. The new men, the men these days, the new. So how you balance creativity and strategy in your business?
I have to give myself space to brainstorm freely. So I put my phone on D&D. I put the timer on and I'm like, okay, now you have 2 hours to brainstorm or an hour to do this, day, and the third. And if you don't have enough ideas by then, oh well, we on to the next. I used to stay on the same task for too long because at times I could be a perfectionist. And that, it's bittersweet at times because I'm like, hey, you just wasted 4 hours. What is wrong with you? So I had to
Wow.
force myself like, okay, we got to do this. So, yeah, I do that so I can brainstorm quietly, or if I'm not doing it just with my phone D&D, I'm actually playing classical music. When I
Okay.
work, a lot of times just to stay focused, I'm listening to classical music. I do create with a purpose. I do research to see if that product would sell. Because what people don't realize is just because you put a product out there doesn't mean consumers want it. Like, are you actually doing your market research? It doesn't matter if it's a digital product or not. You still put your time into creating whatever that product is. Don't waste your time. If that may not be something that people are even looking for to purchase. So I make sure I do research and, I just get everything done like I'm supposed to. Time is money.
Time is money.
Oh, and also I make sure that I add it to my schedule to go to Pilates and also yoga classes
Okay.
because if I'm always on work mode and boss mode and I'm making all these decisions, sometimes I just need to clear my head, and exercise and yoga is how I do that to stay creative.
Okay. 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 I like that. I like that. So, what does a typical day look like for you as a business owner? I mean, you basically just gave us that because you know what you told us, but so when you're not working, I guess I'm assuming you still working.
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
am. From right after my 9 to 5, I'm working, and even during, it's like, okay, you checking this, you have free time to view this, da 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 da. Da. I take care of that. I'm up early in the morning. I'm checking emails. I'm responding to emails. I check to see like if my business partner has reached out to me, or I'll reach out to my partner. I'm usually up working late, creating content. Sometimes it's kind of like it like hits me where I'm like, ooh, and all these bright ideas come to me right before bedtime, and I wish they would stop happening and do because I end up, and it's like I look up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I have to wake up at 6, and I'm like, damn, I only had 3 hours of sleep. You got something. Next thing I know, it's been 72 hours, and I've had like 9 hours of sleep in total. You can't be that productive with a little bit of
Shit.
sleep.
Child, she ain't lying. We done been on the phone multiple times. She still out. Eyes all low, can't keep eyes. I'm like, yo, just go to sleep. Like, then she end up falling asleep on me, or I fall asleep on me. Sometimes I can't hang. So when I lay down, y'all know I'm out. It's over. Like, but I definitely give it to you. You be up putting this shit together. When things get challenging, how do you stay motivated and focused?
I focus on problem solving. So, before I would be like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? This is the issue. But then I was just like, that's not helpful. I'm dwelling on what's happening right now. Hey, we have to fix whatever this is. If it's fixable, I'm trying to figure out solutions on how to fix it. That's what I'm doing. I don't have time to sit around whining and crying over something. So I just come up with solutions. Um, I lean on faith, prayer, read my Bible, journaling. I have a journal, and I surround myself around other positive people. So that's very helpful. As a business owner, you have your ups, your downs, and I've had some very stressful moments and being an entrepreneur
Mm.
where I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Like, what's some of the stressful moments that you had that you felt like you wanted to give up, but you didn't give up? And what is some of the people that's in your life that keep you going, or you could depend on, or be able to talk to or vent to when you're going through these things?
When you're one of those people, it's like three people, actually. It's just like three people, who own their own businesses and have been successful. Those people are who I like to talk to, the people who can relate to me, because we understand that there's going to be hours that you put in that you don't get paid for.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's going to be
Facts.
slow seasons in your business and you have to keep going. You have to keep yourself motivated. There is no giving up. There's bills to be paid. You may have contractors you have to pay. Like, you know, employees don't care anything about, oh, we short this month. It's going to come out your pocket, your
Facts.
personal money. So when
Facts.
somebody's experienced that, that could be very stressful when it's just like, look, they worked. You got to pay them.
Right.
Um,
Okay. And then like you said, I'm one of those people. And who are the two other people?
two other friends, two of my other friends.
All right. So shout out to your friends. Shout out to everybody. I think everybody need close people that's in their life that support them and people they could go to. Me and Jay been friends for a minute now. So we definitely lean on each other. And that's definitely one of the people I go to for everything. Child, she be had to calm me down because y'all know I'm a little hothead. So she had to calm me down and it'd be good to, I think friendship, not to get off topic, but I think friendship is very important. So if you're listening, find somebody that you can be able to talk to and somebody that's in your life and you could be able to just share certain things with, or even just go to about everything. Cause don't get me wrong, I love therapy and therapy is cool. I've been in therapy for 2 years now and it's definitely therapeutic, but I think it's also good to have good friends and good people in your life. Like, I think that's important, right, Jay?
Absolutely. Even if it's just one or two people, you don't need a whole squad of people. Just one or two supportive people who you can lean on, have a conversation with. But I would say have somebody who is on the same type time as you though too. It's okay to have somebody who doesn't do what you do. Maybe they're not an entrepreneur or something like that, but at least somebody is goal oriented because as an entrepreneur, there are goals that you should be setting for yourself and your business consistently. There is
Speak,
no being stagnant. And sometimes people, again, sometimes somebody who isn't in your type of position, they wouldn't understand what you're doing. They don't
right,
understand why you invest in all of this because that's what you want to do.
right.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Sometimes, a lot of times, you have to make sacrifices as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you do. It's a lot of sacrifices, especially when you're dealing with certain people and certain type of customers and clientele. So it's definitely, so speaking of goals, cause you brought up goals, so we're going to dive right into it. What are some short-term goals you are focused on right now?
I'm focused on growing my visibility online. I just made my business page probably like 7 days ago, I think it was.
Okay.
And connecting with my ideal audience is really important to me because I want the right people to find my page.
Okay.
Those are my target audience. I'm creating a strong foundation for my business. This is the beginning. So just making sure that everything is solid starting off and just continue to grow from there.
Okay. So what are your long-term goals for your brand and your business?
Uh, I want to build a brand that not only provides resources, but empowers people to take control of their life and their finances.
Mm,
So yeah,
that's
another long-term goal for my brand and business. Oh, of course, probably within like the next maybe 3 to 4 years, have an app.
okay. I was definitely about to get into that about where do you see yourself and your business in the next 5 years. So basically,
Okay.
you plan on having that app, and what else? Where else do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, what you think, how your
So,
business would look like?
so I see myself, leading a larger team, expanding my digital products,
Okay.
possibly stepping into mentorship, um, of course, being financially free. That
Yes.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, workshops, online coaching. So I definitely see myself doing more. Because
Okay.
there's things, some outside things from these digital products that I'm very passionate about. And
Okay.
then I'm going to step in those lanes.
Okay. I like to hear that. And from my understanding, because I do know you in real life, in real time. Um, So Magic Box, what's going on with Magic Box? Where we at with that? With the sex toys? That's still a venture. That's something that you still doing, or that's something that's on hold. What we doing with that?
Nah, I put that off. It's been on hold for like 2 years now.
Okay. All right. Well, what you grew out of it, or you on new things?
So I was dealing with different new business ventures
Okay.
that I've been a part of. And I was
Hmm.
like, I don't have time to keep running back and forth to the post office. I was doing my other business. So I was just like, I'll figure it out later. I was like, give yourself, first it was like, give yourself a year. Then it was like, all right, let's push this back one more year. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with it. As you know, you speaking to the accountant and it's like, hey, what are we doing with this? And I'm like, what am I doing with this? This is so.
Yeah. No
Well,
facts.
time is ticking. You can't play around. That's another thing as an entrepreneur. Don't play around with your taxes. Don't be
Hmm.
no, don't be doing that. Make sure that you do go to an accountant.
Okay. Y'all hear it? She giving out games. So you speak on another business. What other businesses do you have?
HVAC and trucking.
HVAC and trucking. Now I know a lot of y'all probably when y'all listen to this right now and y'all look at her because she's so damn gorgeous on social media and she's a model and she's doing content created and then she got these ebooks. What made you get into them type of things?
My business partner.
Okay.
Convinced
Shopping
me.
home.
Yeah, my business partner convinced me because we are like it was a balance. You know, with
Okay.
every business, you have somebody out there who really strong with this, but maybe not the best with that. And
Hmm.
that was our situation. I'm like, oh, okay, you need help with this part of the business, and
Right.
so I dealt with the finances.
So out of all your businesses that you do have, which one been your favorite so far? Like your favorite or something that you like, I ain't never thought about doing it, but it took you by surprise on the money you made or even the business that you just launched, like how you feel like basically I'm trying to say like which one you more proud of that you did, like
Well, I mean, the digital products that I'm currently selling, I'm very proud of because that's just me,
yeah,
solo. You know,
okay,
anything that
okay,
I'm doing just strictly by myself, of course, because it's with my creativity and things like that. It's all me. So I would say my digital product, yes, that. But if we talking about money wise, I say trucking.
okay. So shout out to that. Okay, your digital products, which is dropping on.
September the 2nd. So that's this Tuesday coming up.
Okay. And what's the price for that?
So, 19.99, 7.99 for my mini ebooks. And I also offer worksheets and bundle worksheet package.
Okay. That's wow, man. You doing big things, man. I know it's gonna be very successful. I'm definitely happy for you. Everything that you got in store and everything that you're doing. Um, before you get out of here, I just got a couple more questions for you. What advice would you give women looking to start their own business?
Don't wait for the perfect timing. That's something I was doing, waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. Invest in learning to continue to grow as a business owner. Don't think, like I said earlier, some people think, oh, I saw this free stuff. Yeah, there is free information out here, but sometimes you have to pay for the information. Continue to educate yourself in your industry. Make sure that you're going to events, networking, and even if you're not physically going, make sure that you're networking online. You want to make sure that you're not afraid to use your voice because as a woman, we have to stand up for ourselves. Don't
Amen
allow
to
anybody
that.
to take advantage of you.
Amen to that. What is the biggest lesson you have learned on your entrepreneur journey so far?
One of the biggest lessons that I've learned, you have to be consistent even when you aren't motivated. And
Mm,
you won't always feel inspired, but you being committed to your journey, that right there is going to pay off. And also, I've also learned during my journey is you want to make sure that you are mindful of who you partner with if you do choose to have a partnership for any business venture. That is very important because your partner could be great at some things and terrible at other things. And y'all may not agree. And when you disagreeing, no, I think we should do this. No, we should do that. No, 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 no. And it could be a lot of going back and forth over certain things. You may conduct yourself a certain way with business and customers, and your partner may not. It may not be your standards. So you do need to have these conversations on also what role they're going to have versus your role, to make sure that nobody is crossing over on what you're supposed to do versus what they're supposed to do. It is a clear understanding of your roles and the tasks that you're doing on a daily basis. And when y'all see that one person isn't good at something, then somebody gonna have to step in and bring it to their attention, and y'all are gonna have to figure out how to correct that issue. So communication, think of your business partner potentially like how you would think of if you was in a marriage, because contracts and everything else is involved. So think about it like that. Before you jump into business with anybody, think about it just jumping into a marriage with somebody you don't really know, whether it's a friend or a relative or somebody that you were just networking with, whatever the case may be. Just make sure you are mindful and you find out, like, how do they view customer service? How do they deal with the finances? Do they have a plan? If there is no plan that's already set, like if they come to you with a business venture, do they have a business plan? If they
Right.
don't, then are y'all going to make one together to see if y'all are even aligned?
Right.
So, some things are short term, some things are long term. Do you always want to partner with them on different business ventures, or do you want to go out there and do your own thing too? Or is everything a partnership with y'all? Whether y'all making a bunch of money with this business, we should do this. You want to think about that. Is it we doing all this other stuff? Or is it you doing some stuff by yourself?
Right. 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 No, you're right. You're definitely right. Definitely right. So let me ask you, like, do you have any regrets with any of your businesses?
Uh, like being a part of them?
Being a part of them, taking the risks, taking the chances?
I would say when I didn't agree with certain things and still did it anyway, when it came to business, I regret that. Like if I knew like, yeah, no, I don't want to invest in this, or this isn't a good move for the business. I don't think so. No, we need to invest more in this to make it better, and just not doing, not doing that, not going with my instincts, and just
Okay.
allowing my partner to convince me to do something else.
I think that's important, following your instincts, and I think that's where a lot of us go wrong at. Because it been time in business or in real life that something came to me and I'd be like, "Nah, you shouldn't do that," or "You shouldn't do that," and I did it anyway. And then I really don't live with regrets, because I feel like God don't put nothing on me that He know that wasn't in store for me. But I do believe everything happened for a reason. So I just look back at some things, and I think we all wish we could do things differently or change some things. But it's also a part of the journey. So everything you went through, business wise, friendship wise, whatever, it's a part of your journey. It's a part of your testimony. So you know what I'm saying. So how important has mentorship and support been for your success?
Having mentors and my supportive small circle has been very helpful to me in a part of my success. Absolutely. Especially like when I felt like I didn't want to continue doing it,
Okay.
and others like yourself are like, no, 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 it's okay that you made mistakes, and we learn from these things. I had to learn not to be so hard on myself, because at times I can be a perfectionist, and I'm my toughest critic. I really am. Anybody
Uh,
personally knows me knows I'm
yeah.
very hard on myself.
Y'all know how many times I had to cuss her out about something, child. She's very, very, very hard about herself, but she's very, very passionate about everything she do. So I understand and I get it. My thing is, I just be trying to tell her, like, you outdone yourself in a lot of fucking ways. Like, you outdone yourself. You gotta pat yourself on the back sometimes and just slow down a little bit. But nah, you right about that. You is hard on yourself.
So I had to learn how to take a step back and go, hey, what did I learn from this mistake? Instead of dwelling on it, because I would dwell on my mistakes, because it doesn't matter how, like I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years. So it doesn't matter how long that you've been an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur for 20 years. You're going to make mistakes. Mistakes happen. You have to learn from them, grow from them, and move forward.
Amen to that. Amen to that. One thing about this, y'all, and one thing about everything that we are doing today and that I'm doing today is just doing the things I love. I'm doing everything I'm doing everything I love. Getting back to me, finding myself and getting back to me. So the space that I'm in today, just having peace and just doing things I love, it's been amazing. It's been a good feeling. It's been great. And I want all that for my friends. I want to see all my friends blossom. I want to see all my friends travel. I want to see all my friends achieve their goals, not allow people to take advantage of you or allow people to tell you what you can and can't do, because you can do anything if you put your mind to it. So I want everybody to understand this. Like, I'm real heavy on prayer and I'm real heavy on God. So just give it to God. Let go, give it to God. Try not to dwell too much on the past, because regardless, when it happens, it's going to happen. It ain't on our time. It's on God's time. Because I got a good heart. And I think a lot of times when you got a good heart into anything you do, it can either go good for you, it could go bad for you. So, that's my little gems for y'all today. But so Jay, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out? Any last words? Anything you want to speak about your books? Anything you want to say is yours.
I want to give a special shout out to one of my close friends and her company. It is Legacy Enterprise Realty Company, property management, one of the best real estate brokers I know. She has been in the game for 19 years. And she is a big inspiration for me when it comes to her leadership, how her company has grown, her firm has grown. She's just come such a long way. And that is definitely one of the people I look up to when it comes to just as a person and as a woman business owner.
Okay. 19 years. That's decent. That's decent. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. Make sure y'all support her. That's dope, because we all need realtors. Now, let me ask you a question, because we talking about women in business. We about to get out of here, but we talking about women in business. Is there any women besides that's not related to you, or any women that you follow on social media that you look up to, that you admire, or you pay attention to, or like even when they drop a video or drop content, is anything that you study, or just any woman that you love to meet one day?
Milano?
Shout out to Milano. Shout out to Milano. So what about Milano? Why would you want to meet her?
She built her business from the ground up, and she's from the city.
In real life. And she built it from the ground up, and she from the city. And what she doing today is, I don't even think she knew she could even achieve that many goals.
It's very inspiring. The real estate that she invests in, just everything about her. She just seems like she has a beautiful spirit. She doesn't, some people, they ended up getting out of the city and becoming famous and stuff like that and becoming successful, but people are assholes. A
Oh,
lot of
for
people
real.
start smelling themselves.
Oh,
And
for real.
she just seems kind, positive, and that's the type of people I like to
Okay.
work
Oh,
with.
that's what's up. That was a good person to choose. Now let me get to the creativity, the content stuff. So like, far as content, you done went viral several times. You done achieved, like we said earlier, you done achieved things that people still haven't achieved. So far as content create, like, how far do you want that to go? Like, is that something that's just for fun, or one day you want to be a brand ambassador, or a clothing line, or how far would you want to go with this creating content? Because like I said, I still know people today that's doing content, and child, they ain't getting nowhere.
So at first it was just for fun. It was just to entertain other people. But now it's like, no, I would love to be a brand ambassador. I love makeup. I just got into that this year and I really do love it. I love my MAC. I would love to be a MAC ambassador one day. Um,
You ain't lying. She love her makeup. She's a
I
fan.
do. I love it. I love getting those boxes.
Child. So that's decent. One last time, man. Give me your Instagrams.
Underscore Naturaljay. That's for my personal Instagram. That's where I create content. And as for my business Instagram, it's going to be at Shop Golden Luxe Co.
So on your website, what exactly people gonna see on your website? What's the name of the website, and where they can purchase your ebooks?
Yeah, you can purchase my ebooks on www.shopgoldenluxe.co. goldenluxe.com. And on there, you're going to see worksheets, worksheet bundles. You're going to see my ebooks, some mini ebooks as well. That'll be on my website. And as I continue to drop new products, which I will be doing, dropping new products and different things, you'll see other digital products available outside of like ebooks that have to do with financial education.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Anyway, 1999, September 2nd, ebooks be out. Make sure y'all support. Link in the bio, website, everything will be up and running on September 2nd. You ready?
Absolutely, I'm ready. I'm always ready. The website is already ready. It's just not available for the public to go in there and shop yet. That's all.
Okay, so the website is already ready. You be able to shop on the 2nd, and you got more ebooks coming. You got more things in store, and the people want to know, is you coming back on the podcast so we can talk about some topics? Like, we want to know, like,
That's what the people want to know.
and people want to know, we want to know, is you going to come back so we could talk about some shit on some late night shit so we could get into it? Cause this was a professional episode, but I feel like the way you talk on Instagram, I need you to talk like that on my show, man. I need us to talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? Ruffle some feathers a little bit, but we want to know, is you going to come back on so we can get to the real and the greedy, like get down to it.
Yes, I will. And you do know I do enjoy ruffling some feathers now. So the topics definitely will have people talking.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know what's worse, man. The woman is like hard today and the men is sassy. So we going we gonna talk about it. But shout out to my best friend. I'm so happy that you came on today. I want to say I appreciate you for even allowing me to give you this interview today. To launch your business on my show is definitely dope. That mean it say a lot about me, and you believe in me just to even come on my platform, and then knowing that you get so much attraction to your page is going to bring it to my page too. So to all you new followers, welcome. I'm one of them people that don't give a fuck what they say. We might be talking about God, we might cry, we might laugh, but at the end of the day, mental health is important. Brought to you by Mental Health is Important. And before we close out, I'm going to do a prayer and say an affirmation. And this episode will be launched tonight. It will be launched. So tune in, get to learn Jay a little bit, and she'll be back. Like she said, we're gonna hold her to it. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, for our blessings, and for guiding us in our journeys. We pray for wisdom, courage, and clarity for everyone listening. May we walk in purpose, overcome our challenges, and always support another. Amen.
Amen.
I am capable. I am confident. I am committed to my growth. I will succeed in my business and life while uplifting those around me. This episode is brought to you by Mental Health is Important. This your host, brother Steppa, Big Steppa, whatever you want to call me. Lord knows. All you know is I'm stepping in real life and I don't do no pump faking. Thank you for listening. And remember to take care of your mind, body, and soul. And I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. All right, Jay, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We out.